Tragic story out of New Jersey. A mother and her 9-year-old daughter killed in their home. And tonight, family members say a relative has been arrested. New Jersey reporter Tony Yates is live in Roselle with our lead story tonight. Tony, this is such a sad and disturbing story.
Incredible. It's just horrifying. We spoke to Tasha Scott. They call her the strongest voice in the family right now with such a tragedy. She says the family was frantically searching for Keisha Morrison and her young daughter Kelsey yesterday when they finally got the call from police.
We found the car, Keisha's car, and we located Elroy Morrison. He has been detained. Unfortunately, Kelsey and Keisha are deceased.
Natasha Scott says her brother Gary is loving that he adored his wife Keisha, their daughter Kelsey, and the rest of their older children. A blended family. She says giving was in his heart, which is why she says he did not hesitate to let his half-brother, Elroy Morrison, live in his basement for 2 years because he was down on his luck. But the family says all that turned ugly when the couple's older daughters and their mother expressed concern.
I can't go into detail exactly what occurred, but I can tell you that she was not comfortable, and neither were my 3 nieces anymore with him being in the home, in the basement. She said she wanted him out. He said he would leave before the end of the month, but he didn't. He didn't leave. He murdered them.
We are awaiting official word of any charges from the Union County Prosecutor's Office. Elroy Morrison, we can say, was taken into custody yesterday in Maryland. Gary Morrison discovered the bodies of his wife and daughter Keisha in an upstairs bedroom after older siblings called their father, reporting they had seen blood on the walls, that they were hiding in the house at West 7th Avenue and Pine Street.
He tried to get my brother to go downstairs in the basement. He kept on saying to my brother, "Come talk to me in the basement." My brother said, "I can't talk to you in the basement. I need to see what's going on."
According to the family, that's when he discovered his wife and child wrapped in sheets and stuffed under a bed. By that time, the family says the brother took off in his sister-in-law's car. Kelsey was just 9 years old. Her birthday was this coming Sunday.
We demand justice for my niece. We demand justice for my sister-in-law.
Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect, and much respect to the brothers pushing this word in the four winds of the earth. Shalom to you few sisters out there as well. It's Brother Ariyah coming at you with another lesson here. And yeah, you've seen it, man. It's judgment from the Lord. Once again, and I'm just going to get right into it. It's Job 19:29. It says, "Be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bringeth the punishments of the sword, that ye may know there is a judgment." Okay, and that was a horrific judgment there, man, where the dude let his they say half brother. What the hell is a half brother? So the dude brought his brother in there to stay with him, and the people in the house didn't want him there, and he ultimately, the Heavenly Father put the spirit on him to do what he did, man, at the end of the day. And yeah, it's pretty much a tough life, man, to have to live at someone else's live in someone else's house, man. That's a tough life there. We're gonna get into that through the scriptures. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. But first, I'm gonna get 1 Samuel 2:6 real quick. As we all know, the Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave, and he bringeth up. Right. So all everything that happens, all these things, as far as death or whatever, is all of the Lord, man. Psalms 68:20, man. The issues of death are of the Lord, man. Right? Let me get Sirach 8:16. Let's get Sirach 8:16 real quick. And it says, "Strive not with an angry man, and go not with him into a solitary place. For blood is nothing in his sight, and where there is no help, he will overthrow thee," man. And that's pretty much what happened in this instance here, man. He probably got tired of them being disrespectful to him. They was probably talking a lot of shit, man. you know. But the scriptures say a soft word turneth away wrath, man. That's Proverbs 15:1, you know. But a lot of these, these quote unquote black women don't know how to rule their spirit, and they don't know how to watch what they say. You know, they say whatever comes to mind, and that pretty much angers men, man. That'll definitely make a man angry, especially a man who has no place to stay. And they were telling the father that they didn't feel comfortable with him there. You know, I don't know the particulars or the ins and outs, but you can kind of speculate a little, as to what what was going on in the house, and we definitely know why it happened. You know, the Heavenly Father ordained it, right? Let's get Sirach 11. Let's get Sirach 11 and 29 through 34. Right? And it says, bring not every man into thine house, for the deceitful man hath many trains. Like as a partridge taken and kept in a cage, so is the heart of the proud, and like as a spy watcheth he for thy fall. It says, for he lieth in wait and turneth good into evil, and in things worthy praise will lay blame upon thee. It says, of a spark of fire a heap of coals is kindled, and a sinful man lieth wait for blood, or layeth wait for blood. It says, take heed of a mischievous man, for he worketh wickedness, lest he bring upon thee a perpetual blot. It says, receive a stranger into thine house, and he will disturb thee, and turn thee out of thine own. You know? So it's not always a smart thing to bring someone into your house, particularly family, man. You know, a family will come in and, they'll act like you owe them something just because they're family, and take advantage, of the living quarters that you give them, and soon it will be, it'll turn into resentment against you, especially if you're telling them they got to leave, they're not going to leave quietly. It's going to be always a spectacle, an argument or something, man. These people that claim to be your family, yeah, by blood or whatever, yeah, but they're not family by the spirit. Most of these family members are wicked demons, man. I wouldn't have no family member living with me, man. Because they're not of the brotherhood, man. Okay, and this is pretty much the end result right here. What happened when he let his brother, live with his family, man. Let me get Proverbs 27:4. Proverbs 27:4. And it says, and this is why I believe he did it too. It says, wrath is cruel and anger is outrageous, but who is able to stand before envy? Okay, that was a cruel thing for him to take. He took an axe. Okay, he took an axe and he went upstairs and he killed the little girl and her mother, and wrapped them up in sheets and left them under the bed, man, which was a cruel thing. And he did it out of what? Anger. He did it out of anger. But it says, who was able to stand before envy? Could we not say that this man was envious of his brother because he was doing so good and he was doing so poorly? And he said, you know what? Fuck it, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and kill the mother and the daughter, man, because they was probably talking hella shit to him, man. And there were other siblings that were in the house that were hiding in closets because they saw blood on the walls. And he didn't get to them, but he got to, the mother and the daughter, man, and pretty much hacked them to death. So all these three things played a part in why this happened, which is wrath and anger and envy, man. Let me get because I was gonna get that, because nowadays you can't just be running your mouth to people, man. You gotta watch what you're saying, pretty much, man. And it says soft anger or soft answer, Salakia, turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. And that's what I was getting into earlier. Pretty much, man, the so-called black woman does not know how to rule her spirit or control her mouth. She says whatever comes to mind without thinking about the consequences that can come upon her from what she said. And I dealt with something like that earlier. I'm not even gonna try to make it about me, but I definitely went through that earlier this week with a in dub, running her damn mouth. The best thing to do is just walk away and don't add fuel to the fire. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Let me get Proverbs 14, 16 and 18, right? And it says, a wise man feareth and departeth from evil, but the fool rageth in his confidence. It says, he that is soon angry dealeth foolishly, and a man of wicked devices is hated. Okay. So, this man definitely dealt foolishly. He could have just left. He could have went and got into a homeless shelter or something, or could have, possibly set up somewhere for him, for him to live. Churches even give homeless people refuge sometimes. If you're doing work for them or something like that. There's other angles he could have took. But this is ultimately of the Heavenly Father. Put the spirit on this man to go up there and do what he did, man. But that anger, man, will definitely have you dealing foolishly. When you're angry, you're not thinking, man. Basically, when you're operating off of anger, you're really just operating off of emotion, and all intellectual thoughts and things are pushed aside, and you're not even caring what the end result will be. Because you letting that anger fuel you, man. And let me get let's get Sirach 7 and 9 real quick. Sirach 7 and 9. And it says, nope, I want Ecclesiastes 7 and 9. I always get those mixed up sometimes. And it says, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools, man. So it's not always, it's never good to just go off of your anger. If you, see yourself or feel yourself getting angry, man, just walk away from the situation and take a breather and just reflect on things that could possibly happen as far as the end result. If you go ahead and react off of that anger, man, because these things can happen. The Heavenly Father can definitely have it where, these things happen, man. Let me get this real quick, because Apostle Ramlab was doing his lesson earlier, and he was speaking about these Israelites out here that are saying, they're not giving any regard to the Heavenly Father and Yahweh Shai, and they don't care about doing things that make them angry. And he was going into that, man. He was telling people, well, he's saying in his lesson that they're not going to have that same energy when all hell breaks loose, right? So let me just get this real quick. Ecclesiastes 18 and 23, it says, before thou prayest, prepare thyself, and be not as one that tempteth the Lord. It says, think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, in the time of vengeance, when he shall turn away his face. And a lot of, these people out here don't even think about that, man. A lot of people don't even see these things coming on the earth, man. But there are Israelites that know and still don't care. And those are going to be the ones that are going to have to be faced with things like this, as far as maybe family members trying to kill them or killing them, when all hell breaks loose, man, when the Heavenly Father turns away his face from those that turn their backs on him, man. That's definitely something to consider as well, man. But I'm going to end it here in Sirach 29. Let me just go there. Sirach 29, I want 22 through 25. And Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. It says, better is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage than delicate fare in another man's house. It says, be it little or much, hold thee contented, that thou hear not the reproach of thy house. For it is a miserable life to go from house to house, for where thou art a stranger, thou darest not open thy mouth, right? And that's true, man. You know, if you ever been in a situation where you needed a place to stay, you know, and you knew that you didn't have any backup plan or nowhere else to go, you know, you pretty much walked on eggshells, man. You try to be as quiet as possible. You know, you didn't have much to say. You know, you really didn't ask for anything. You know, if you ate, you tried to eat as little as possible because you knew that you had nowhere else to go, man. And that is a miserable life, man, going from house to house and having no assurance that you'll have, you know, a roof over your head, man, you know, for the foreseeable future. That's definitely a difficult life to live. And that's pretty much what this dude was doing. He was probably going from house to house. You know, he probably figured, you know, he didn't have, you know, a plan B or C or anywhere else to go. He didn't have a plan put in place. So when he seen that his brother's family was turning on him and wanted him out of the house and didn't really give a damn about his well-being and where he be at, you know, he pretty much snapped, you know, and turned into Jason Voorhees and went upstairs and did what he did, man. You know, but ultimately, you know, that's of the Lord, man. That's judgment from the Lord, man. You know, that's scary, man. How the Heavenly Father can just, you know, put the spirit on someone to do that fast, man, in an instant, in the blink of an eye, man. You know, and it says, thou shalt entertain and feast and have no thanks. Moreover, thou shalt hear bitter words, man. Yeah, so going from house to house is definitely not the move, man. You know, it's definitely not the move there, man. But yeah, this is you know, unfortunate event. I'm not, you know, trying to make you know, mockery or fun of it. You know, it's sad, you know, but these things are the Lord, man, and these things are only going to get worse and worse as we you know, as the days go by. You know, things are going to get worse and worse, and we're going to see even worser things than this. You know, I don't know, worser is a word, but I used it, so whatever. But yeah, man, I just wanted to bring this out real quick. It stuck out to me. Spirit came on me to do a quick lesson on it. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. And to the next one, you know, say shalom to the next one, man. Shalom.